It's a
So
great
yeah,
country.
let's talk about Channel Awesome. Now,
All right.
shall we? Yes. How did you get involved? Like, how did you discover them, and how did you get involved with them? And what was the audition process like?
So I learned about Channel Awesome through Lucas, through my husband,
Mm-hmm.
because he had watched Nostalgia Critic on and off for years. And he had seen a casting call that they had put up for demo reel. So I actually first auditioned for demo reel.
Okay.
Obviously, I did not get demo reel. Rachel did, which is wonderful because Rachel is a beautiful,
We love her.
beautiful
We
light
love
of a
her
human.
to death.
So Rachel got that role. But then I started watching Nostalgia Critic because I was like, well, I auditioned for them. Like, let me see what this is about. Before I even prepared what I was preparing for my audition, I watched some more episodes because I was like, well, I should probably know who this guy is if I'm going to go in for this audition. Because they had so what they did is they had a call for entries. So first I sent in like my resume with a video. And then after I made like the initial cut there, they called me for an on-camera interview. So then I went into the studio and did an on-camera interview. And then I went to a callback as well after that first initial round of casting. Where I now know that I did a scene with Farad and Malcolm.
Nice.
But I didn't know that at the time. Like I had just met them that day, and now it's like, oh my god, wait, I did a scene with you for demo reel, you know. And that was a much smaller. So like when I first went in, there was like 10 other actresses, and then for the callback, I think it was just me, Tamra, Rachel, and like one or two other people. So I was like in the top 3, top 4 for demo reel. So then after I didn't make that, I just kind of still watched the channel, and then I saw another call for auditions with Awesome Comics. And they had already had my video and like comments, I guess, of me on file, and they were like, "Oh wait, she's auditioned for me before." Like, "Oh yeah, sure, great." And I came in, did an on-camera test with Walter and Rob. I think it was Walter and Rob at that time. And ironically, my story with Channel Awesome is tenacity and being there pays off. Because when I first started Awesome Comics, I was not meant to be a part of the main cast. I was a alternate. So I was only supposed to sub in when people couldn't make it, or sometimes when people just didn't have the time to like watch what we were talking about. So I was just always ready and there. Like when people were like, "Oh, I don't have time to read this comic," I'd be like, "I already read it. I'll do it." "Oh, I don't have time to watch, these episodes of X-Men the Animated Series." "I'll do it. I got it." So like I think I just inserted myself enough that I started becoming a part of more of the main cast because I was just ready and I was there, and I only lived at that time. I only lived like 15 minutes from the studio. So I told them, even if you want me to just come in and sit in just in case, like I only live 15 minutes away, I can be there.
That's amazing, because I think your first episode was Alvin and the Chipmunks, I believe.
Yeah, that was my first Nostalgia Critic episode. Yes, that was my first Nostalgia Critic episode, and that was just another like crazy random happenstance, I guess, because me and Ayana had just been in filming for Awesome Comics, and Doug had come in, and he just kind of looked at me and Ayana for a second, and he was like, "This is gonna be a stupid question, but do either of you like know how to sing?" And I'm trained classically in singing. Like I've taken voice lessons since I was like in middle school. So I was like, yeah, actually I have years of vocal training. Yeah, I can do a song, because he knew he wanted to do the Real Chipmunks movie.
Yes.
He knew he wanted to do that song, but he needed 2 other women who knew how to sing. And so he was like, you wouldn't happen to be singer. And I'm like, I am. Yeah. Perfect.
Motown Downtown. Come on down.